בשם השם נעשה ונצליח והשם עלינו ברחמיו יביח. Today we're going to learn about חינוך, education. This is one of the most important topics in the life of the person. Either as a parent, as a teacher, rabbi, we are investing a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort to make the best possible. It's important to know that's not something that comes easy. And every detail makes a difference. Today I want to share with you one of the most important issues that we have in חינוך. In order to make sure that that student or that child return to us back, we have to make sure that he doesn't get embarrassed from us. The moment that he got hurt or embarrassed from us, he will not return to us. So we have to know that we lost that child, because he's going to find out in another place that he feels more comfortable, and God knows where he's going to get that information, where he's going to get that help from. We want to make sure that we are that person that we give them the best information, the best help. We learn from Yaakov Avinu that he didn't rebuke his children till his last day of life, in order not to see his children again, so they're not embarrassed. I'm going to share with you an episode that happened not too long ago. A man on the middle age went to visit an old man. So he introduced himself. He used to be his teacher. So he says, "Dear teacher, you remember me?" He says, "What's your name?" So he shared, "My name is so and so." He tell him, "I'm going to tell you something that happened and you remember who I am." He told him, "You know, I'm also a teacher, and this is your merit. You give me that inspiration." He says, what I did to inspire you to be a teacher? He says, "One day we came to the school and one of our friends brought a watch. In that time, for somebody to brought a watch is like today's a young boy to have a car. So everybody around this boy jumping, let me see it, let me touch it, let me play with it." So after a short time, the boy left the watch on top of the table and all of a sudden disappeared. So this boy cried to the rabbi, "Rabbi, somebody took my watch." So the rabbi asked to everybody, "Please, whoever got the watch, return it. It's not allowed to steal from each other. We have to help each other not to steal." But as you may know, nobody returned the watch. So the rabbi says, "Okay, I want to ask from everybody to stand up, looking at the wall, and close your eyes." And the rabbi passed through each one and checked the pockets till you reach me, and he took the watch from my pocket. So once you have the watch in your hand, so you ask everybody to be seated, and you say, you talk of how important it is not to steal and how it's not allowed. And he says, probably the boy that did it, he didn't overcome the Yetzer Hara, but I'm sure he's a good boy, he will not do it again. So I was so happy that he didn't embarrass me in front of the whole class. But the most amazed I was that I thought that after class he would call my attention and rebuke me. But a day passed, another day passed, and he didn't tell me anything. So I was so amazed the way you deal with this situation. And this inspired me to be a teacher as well. I say to myself, if these are the teachers, I want to be a teacher as well. So now this man asked him, the old guy that used to be his teacher, "Now you remember who I am?" So he says, "No, I'm not." He says, "But how? What do you mean you don't remember? You remember what happened?" He says, "I remember what happened, but I don't know that it was you." He says, "How come?" He says, "Because I also closed my eyes." You see how smart was this rabbi, that he understood that if he will embarrass his student, probably nothing good will come from it. So he also took the option to close the eyes, so not to know what it's going to help him to know who is the boy. Now he can continue treating everybody in the same way. That's how much careful, and this is what inspired this boy to be a teacher as well. To finish, I'm going to tell you how careful we have to be with our students or with our kids, not to embarrass them. Rabbi Shtami used to be the Rosh Yeshiva in Ponovich. For the young ones, between 13, 17, that's called Yeshiva Ketana. One day, happened to be a fight between the boys, so one of the boys ran and he hid himself in one of the classes. So he locked the door behind him. The time for the class came, so Rabbi Shtami went to the door and he tried to open it and it was closed. So he knocked the door and the boy didn't want it to open. So the boys get together and he says, hey, the Rosh Yeshiva, the rabbi is here outside waiting. In the beginning he didn't want it till he understood that it's time for class and the rabbi is there. So he opens the door. Rabbi Steinman, at the same moment, without thinking twice, turned out himself through the words and he let all the kids to go through so he cannot see who is the boy. Because he understood how embarrassed will be that boy if he knew who he was. So he preferred not to. So we learn from here how careful we have to be that student, that person or that boy that come to learn from us, he should not embarrass from us. So he returned back to us so we will be the one to continue helping him. Beracha v'atzlacha.